When the Nation Speaks, the Roundtable Listen, Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Join the conversation that matters the most, live, unfiltered, unapologetic, with local voices and international minds. The Roundtable dive deep into today's toughest questions in society, politics, culture. Nothing is off limits. Your voice, your questions, your platform. Live on Wiz TV, featuring top panelists Mr. Samuel Abu, Mr. Hamed Fofana, Mr. Cyrus Gray, Mr. Jai Blamo, and your host, William McGill. Heated debate, eye-opening truths, and real impact. Tune in to the Roundtable every Tuesday and Thursday, only on Wiz TV Live. The Roundtable, where every voice counts. When the Nation Speaks, the Roundtable Listen, Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Join the conversation that matters the most, live, unfiltered, unapologetic, with local voices and international minds. The Roundtable dive deep into today's toughest questions in society, politics, culture. Nothing is off limits. Your voice, your questions, your platform. Live on Wiz TV, featuring top panelists Mr. Samuel Abu, Mr. Hamed Fofana, Mr. Cyrus Gray, Mr. Jai Blamo, and your host, William McGill. Heated debate, eye-opening truths, and real impact. Tune in to the Roundtable every Tuesday and Thursday, only on Wiz TV Live. The Roundtable, where every voice counts. When the Nation Speaks, the Roundtable Listen, Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Join the conversation that matters the most, live, unfiltered, unapologetic, with local voices and international minds. The Roundtable dive deep into today's toughest questions in society, politics, culture. Nothing is off limits. Your voice, your questions, your platform. Live on Wiz TV, featuring top panelists Mr. Samuel Abu, Mr. Hamed Fofana, Mr. Cyrus Gray, Mr. Jai Blamo, and your host, William McGill. Heated debate, eye-opening truths, and real impact. Tune in to the Roundtable every Tuesday and Thursday, only on Wiz TV Live. The Roundtable, where every voice counts. When the Nation Speaks, the Roundtable Listen, Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Join the conversation that matters the most, live, unfiltered, unapologetic, with local voices and international minds. The Roundtable dive deep into today's toughest questions in society, politics, culture. Nothing is off limits. Your voice, your questions, your platform. Live on Wiz TV, featuring top panelists Mr. Samuel Abu, Mr. Hamed Fofana, Mr. Cyrus Gray, Mr. Jai Blamo, and your host, William McGill. Heated debate, eye-opening truths, and real impact. Tune in to the Roundtable every Tuesday and Thursday, only on Wiz TV Live. The Roundtable, where every voice counts. When the nation.
So we like to say a pleasant good evening and welcome to the Roundtable. We're a bit late into our current time, experiencing some technical problems that we had to fix, and we apologize for that. Never late than never, right? Again, it's a new week. We like to also say compliments of the season to all of our followers, all of our viewers that's been following us. We basically going to start up with the content meet and talk about what we can talk about for the content meet and be able to move on. This is Wiz TV. My name is William Papa Lockable McGill, and this is the round table. Mr. Abu is unable to be here with us as usual, but we assure you that beginning next year, this show gonna be a great one with a lot of panelists willing to join us. Again, welcome to the program. My name is William McGill. So, what is it on our decks? We basically gonna do our analysis on tomorrow's protest about stand. What is it that the public should expect? We're gonna talk about that. A few other great initiatives taken in by the government of Liberia through His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakai. We're gonna dive into a few other issues surrounding entertainment as well, not just entertainment, but relates to drugs. We're gonna talk about that. So content meet STEM protests and drugs are major discussions we are going to dive into. My name is William, and we like to say share this live to as many people as you can, and be able to invite someone to join us for this great conversation. So tonight we basically are looking at the issue of Bucky Raw, who is an entertainer. Like I said, entertainment will be one of our major priority tonight, right? So Bucky Raw was being arrested because there was an alleged drugs found. Should I say alleged? Or there was drugs found in his place. So he was believed to be an alleged drug user. I want to be careful with the way I say these things, right? And he was then detained by the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. And on yesterday, we were informed and saw on social media and news outlet that Bucky Raw was taken toward the Monrovia Central Prison, Kataha, not Kataha, but South Beach. And taken to South Beach, he and several others, his bigger brother Tiabo, who is also one of the artists he had collaboration with. He been working with Tiabo and I think one or two other persons. They were being arrested on Saturday. I remember the situation occurred just in time that Buck had his show. We also got on today that he was being released on bail, meaning they had to pay 7,000 United States dollars to release Bucky Raw and his associates. Releasing Bucky Raw on bail doesn't mean that Bucky Raw is fully free and level of the crown against him. So Bucky Raw will still have to face trials. All right. I just got a few things to say about this, and I'm moving to my serious discussions. Bucky Raw is an entertainer. That's one. Number two is that I feel that drug in totality, we are against that, and we don't want our country to be left in a situation that we saw 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. A lot of young people's uh, a lot of young people are taking in this substance, right? That's one. We don't want to be in the position that when we speak, it sounds like we are backing for a particular group. I think the LDA is doing exceptionally well to tackle these situations. But I think the level of effort being put in to live streaming situations like Bokiro, who have managed to take his life from being deported to putting it on a better stage, should be something that should be put into other cases of drugs situation. That alone shows that the current ORC of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency is trying to show how qualified he is instead of the document he has to show how qualified he is. Using social media to show your qualification. I think probably my hands up. That could be something way better for you to do. But again, there's more to this, and basically gratefully grateful that Bakira was being released on bail, and we hope to see the final outcome of the trial. And that's one thing we basically wanted to talk about. Augusta, that's August Babe Davidson Blackwing. Thanks for following, right? So that's one thing we wanted to talk about, and hopefully we can move forward with this kind of conversation. So tomorrow is one of the days that any Liberian will want to be able to witness, not just witnessing, but will be able to closely follow uh tomorrow, closely follow every bit and pieces of what definitely will be happening. So on July 17, I remember we had the likes of Chairman Moba Molu, who staged a protest against the government of Liberia in terms of several demands, which wasn't met by the government, and the government in return was given a 3 months ultimatum. 3 months ultimatum to be able to basically go through all of the situation. Basically, all of their claims, go through it. And the government didn't see that fit to even receive the petition. So there were some proper planning from Stan itself. And we saw that the institution now stand was being able to swiftly switch up of um, the protest to July 17 on tomorrow. While we talk about these things, we will be able to bring you vivid and basic information. So still now, they've said they have planned this protest in as much as they had some disaster to its official headquarters. They will continue this protest, and they will make sure that this protest goes on. So uh, they will lead a lot of different organizations. So let me read their release, right? A leading root advocacy organization, the Solidarity and Trust for a New Day stand announced today as all preparation finalized for the anticipation protests for his protest that is being scheduled on tomorrow, December 17th, in front of the executive mansion. What I read this, I will go bit by bit by bit. Why would you want to protest at the grounds of the executive mansion? Why will you want to protest? Why? Let me see if I can get Trocon. Hmm? Why? Why would you like to protest? I want to call Trocon Gray, who is called Yellow Machine. Why? Let's see if we can get Trocon Gray. Hello? Hello, Trocon?
Hello?
Hello, Trocon?
Hello, what up?
Yeah, what's up? How you doing, Chief?
I'm okay.
As your day going, that tomorrow is the is one of the biggest. Your background is so noisy.
Let me see my location.
So we want to talk to Trocon, but before that, right? Tomorrow, these guys are planning on protesting in front of the executive mansion. What I can say is that I don't know why. Maybe I don't know why. Tomorrow, when the president goes to work as well, that's one thing I want to know as well. With the president go to work, because this protest tomorrow, according to Stan, they are going to protest in front of the executive mansion. Assembly to express yourself as a group is your right. That's one thing. The second thing we should look at now is with the Liberia National Police, the Executive Protection Agency, and other joint security groupings allow these protesting Liberians to assemble in front of the executive mansion. Is this going to be as possible as they think? Is this going to be something that these people will be able to execute? I was able to cover the protest, the first ever protesting organized, and I saw how the mansion was being protected. I saw that. I saw how the police was being able to protect the executive mansion because they did now wanted people to distract the attention of other people. So we have Trocon on the line, and let's say good evening to you, Trocon, and welcome to the round table. Hello.
I'll join you. Let me leave the noise in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, Trocon. So we will have Trocon coming in the next 5 minutes. We want to go have his say, right? He's been one person usually organizing a serious conversation with the government of Liberia in terms of motorcyclists plying the main streets. And I definitely, the first protest I saw Trocon there, and I feel that Trocon is also going to support Stan's initiative in its second protest. So these are questions that we are asking. With the government of Liberia, through the police, the justice system, the security system, allow protesting Liberians to be able to gather in front of the executive mansion. That's one. How will Mobile Molu be able to carry such an initiative to assemble these people in front of the executive mansion when we've been told that the presence of police that will protect? let me see that we protect, right? Before I dive deep, let me see what the police said about this. Hmm? Let's come up with what the police said. Hmm? Hmm? Let's come up with it. Let's come up with it. Because the police also release something, and we basically wants to be able to fairly say these things, right? So let's come up with it. It said LMP calls for calm, law for conduct, and consideration ahead of December 17, right? The Liberia National Police LMP has taken note of public announcements regarding a planned protest by the group stands scheduled for December 17 tomorrow. In keeping with its constitutional mandate to protect life and property, the LMP wishes to inform the public that it formally engaged the leadership of STAN ahead of the proposed authority. This engagement forms part of the police standard preventive and dialogue-based approach to public order management. During the meeting, the LMP highlighted key public safety, mobility, and crowd management considerations associated with Christmas festival, a period marked by increased commercial activities, highly population movement, family travel, and expanded national security responsibilities. The police emphasize that large public gatherings during this period pose heightened risk to public safety and the free movement of citizens in that context. Sten was advised in good faith to consider deferring the protest to a more appropriate date after the holiday. Despite this engagement, the LMP has seen public communications indicating an intention to go ahead with the protest as planned. The police therefore reiterates that while the constitutional rights to peaceful assembly is fully respected, such rights must be exercised lawfully and responsibly in a manner that does not endanger public safety and disrupt the rights of others. The public is reminded that the grants of the executive mansion are not designed for protests or demonstration, and all existing restrictions on motorcycles and tricycles remain fully enforced. This is where I want for my comrade to come in and see if he will get some advice for his colleagues. Yeah, this is where I want for a great to come in. Trocon, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
How you doing? Yeah, how you doing, Chief?
I hope I'm clear.
Yeah, you better. So tomorrow is the protest that was longly talked about by Stand and and just in few hours for tomorrow, the police did a release talking about this initiative being postponed that they've had engagement with Stand. So my first question to you is: are you in support tomorrow's event, and are you also encouraging your colleagues that you heard from the Supreme Motorcycle Union to form part of this initiative?
Of course, I mean, I am in full support of this activity. Am I clear?
Yeah, very clear.
Hello, am I
Very,
clear?
very clear. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm in full support of STEM protest. As you may be aware, STEM is one institution that collaborated with our institution. Just so you just so you manner Molu sue on behalf of the Molu Sacre to the governor of Labrador for stealing over and you were put them in in that process, making sure that you hire lawyers and went at the Supreme Court and sadly is a government that has no respect. So we have been very unanimous to our people and so full support of Chairman Malo's protest. Scheduled for tomorrow.
Now that you police have released of
Hello?
hello, are you getting me? Hello, getting me?
Hello?
You getting me?
Yeah,
So
getting it
Choco,
now. So you got me right?
yeah, of course. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to ask you, right? The police just did a release few hours ago talking
Yeah.
about full implementation of no motorcycle fly in the streets and it remains safe. Are you guys going to use commercial cars to get at the protest ground? Are you taking more police to tomorrow's protest?
I read a release. Am I clear?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I
Choco.
read a police press release. Yeah, I read a police press release, and I think the police are serious. I think Gregory Como and he gang are not serious. They lack everything it takes to lead the police force. So even attempt, if you read the press statement, I mean there are too many contradictions and I don't want to call it stupidity, right? Gregory Como and senior government officials. The first thing I'm going to deal with the issue where you talk about the mansion or the executive mansion is not a protest ground. Senior government officials, senators, representatives, staff government officials protested at the executive mansion. I think some 2 or 3 months ago in the name of rape, not rape, but drugs. I think you remember that campaign. That campaign was organized by poor government supporters and they gathered at the executive mansion, right? They were welcome. You saw them merry making and making fun all of our young people who are dying from drugs and thinking that everybody in the country are all stupid people. That they will be talking about drugs and they bring their girlfriend, they bring their staff government official, and they were there playing fun. Nobody stopped them from going at the executive mansion. They were there, they had a fun time, and you just named them. They didn't stop them. Why now are you telling us that we should not go at the executive mansion? What kind of idea is that? What's happening with Gregory Como? I think the LGA needs to visit Gregory Como so he can do a test, his drug test, because I think Gregory Como has crossed the right line and there's a lead that Labrador. No. Okay? The mansion ground is a protest ground. Yes, I'm saying that because Gregory Como and senior government officials protested at the executive mansion. They just ended shopping. They were here at the executive mansion. They were at the Capitol. They went everywhere. So why would Gregory tell you about the mansion ground is not a protest ground? It will be a protest ground. We just have a few hours. the best thing Gregory Como can do is to prepare Joe Buckeye, should he put him, if they put him right at the entrance of the executive mansion where he'll be entering the office, right there, they can provide all of the security required. I think you're soon you receive our petition, but we'll put that nowhere else beside the executive mansion. I think tomorrow will be the beginning of what Gregory Como and Buckeye are being asking for.
Chokon, do you
You
think
get me?
what measures you guys are going to use for protest to get out the executive mansion? The last protest from Stan was July, and we saw that the mansion was highly protected by the Liberia National Police. What measure are you guys going to use to be able to gain access to the grounds of the
Oh, you can rest assured that we will definitely gain access to the executive mansion because the thing is that you see, one of the general things that many people are looking is the issue of politics. Some people see they only see the politics on the regular Facebook thing, and some of the action that come out. There are some of those very police officers that Georgia Kobo is depending on to inflame wounds, to harm us. There are some of them that we are friends and we are gathering intelligence. So you can't say everybody in the police will be unprofessional like Gregory Coleman is. No, you got friends, right? We will be at a executive mansion in a peaceful manner, very peaceful. And that we can show the public we will be very peaceful. What we will not accept is for anybody to use the Liberian people taxpayer money that they took to buy guns and buy pepper spray, batons, and tear gas, give it to the police to protect people who come to harm us. For if the police make any attempt to use those weapons to harm, of course we will be on a revolutionary mandate to protect ourselves. That we can assure Gregory. But all Gregory needs to do, the executive marshal is not to the personal property, it's not Gregory come on briefcase that we are going in. No. It's not Gregory come on opium bar that we're taking. The executive mansion is a public is a public asset, right? It is not anybody's personal property. We are not coming. We are being very peaceful. All of our protests, right? There's an existing history about being peaceful. We are not seeing any protest where a property was damaged and people got killed. We are on record for that. The government acknowledges us. The last time, our institution, which is the Supreme Motorcycle Transport Union of Liberia, staged a protest where we were able to gather more than 10,000 men. And everybody in the country was like, today, like, welcome and Motorcycle people coming protest, it will not be easy. People can't wait for party or point. We prove them wrong. We prove them wrong. Right? We put them wrong. We out. We were very peaceful. So they are still protesting and nobody knew we protest because we made sure that even the streets were clean. Every plastic bag that we drown water from, we pick it up. We were very organized. People became marching. The way people are burning motorcycles in the country, how they are armed rubber, they are bad people, and you just need all the negative aspects you can ever think about. We were very peaceful. We organized ourselves and we protested. Even the government acknowledged us and say, thank you. So stay organized our own protest, and we also people and we supported that. So why now?
Someone would say,
Why
right?
now?
Someone would say, if you give them the opportunity tomorrow to speak with President Baraka, what are a few things you, as a person, as head of motorcyclists, are going to say to President to be able to change the narrative?
So there are a lot of things, but I'm going to name few. The first thing here is Raka betray us. Raka during the 2023 campaign, Raka made it effectively clear that the young people of this country, most especially young people who are still riding motorcycles for their livelihood, they have no ability to ride motorbike because our country is rich in resources. We got coal, we got diamond. When Baka said that, we agree with Baka. because it is proven, it is clear by evidence that Labrador is so rich in resources. But get the shocking part, get the part that attracted Borosaka to Braca. He said when he became president, he will utilize our country resources to our benefit. We, the young people that are riding back, we will not be riding back because company will come. The resources will be utilized for our benefit. Company will come, company will wait to the extent that even the mobile that we're riding, we will only be using it maybe to go to work or go to our personal issue. But we're not using it as a source of income that we are using it now. When brother said that, they touched a lot of motorcycles. They moved to Braca. They supported him. They put their own gasoline in their bank. They give you everything required for a president candidate to win an election. They won. Braca didn't stop there. Braca also said the resources of this country. And he said it was not saying that he was, or these are our country. So when Braca became president, the first thing Braca did was to what? Compare our people to register their back. Imagine if motorcycle pay $350 US to register one motorbike. After collecting our money, he banned us for coming on the road. He didn't stop there. The first thing he did, he executed in order of what he killed one of our motorcycles through the record police at Slayway checkpoint. Walker complained during the campaign. He said, the former president, we are not protecting us, and that's why criminals were stealing our motorbike. You are working, you are journalist. Do you know how many motorcycles brothers in the fire are being killed by criminals? Because people are protecting us. The institution is supposed to protect our lives and property. Brother is using that institution with the police and the security forces to inflict harm on us. He deployed the police in the street after collecting over 14 million from motorcycles. He deployed the police in the street to beat us and kill our people in some instances. Brother didn't stop there. Instead of brother providing jobs for all the jobs that we provided for ourselves, amen. If we can't help us, you harm us. Our own motorbike that we buy for heaven's sake. There are some of us who riding motorbike, we are riding motorbike in sorrow, in pain, in tears. Because some of us went to the best of school. We got the best of education. Sometimes when we see our fellow classmates, we can bear our faces down in sin. Because that was not our prayer. But Labrador can decide for you. And so for brothers to come to pray to a prophet, they say, I don't give you all of our support to collect our money and pay us for coming on the road. Because the police are in the street, people laughing our people, harming them on a daily basis. Today, if you wake up in the morning, there are dead bodies laying down everywhere. People think that President Boga complaining about and he said, you are going to protect us. For example, there were 4 different groups assigned for harassment. The PCU, the pre-military police, they are there harassing motorcyclists. The Labrador police are there harassing motorcyclists. The Labrador traffic management are there harassing motorcyclists. Even the ticket drivers are not in peace. And the sad thing about it, most of the people that ride the ticket, they are riding on the basis of what they pay. They take it on rules. Harassment everywhere. Extrajudicial killing. So brother, God protect us. He's harming us. Now, I just go on. Okay?
Is this one of the reasons why you guys are joining the protest on tomorrow?
Of course, that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons. Look, that's what you know. The attack of our first day that are in Beach. You know what the governor? They tell because the police stole a motorbike in the name of motorcycle regulation. Yeah? They are in Beach. The owners of the motorbike to get the Beach. And say, my mom, you go, you say the honest road, devil, we don't find it. Mama, you go to jail. So they are inside this to
I hope we get.
what kind of embarrassment is this? And you think that's the point out where our friends are still inside this? They just find a way out because they got each other and people more and they take the rock and the police take from them. You know what you're talking about? Some of our friends have first time when about the police stole all. Today they are frustrated. You know what you need to give the parent home within 5 years. And because of how said you cannot take your care back to your mother. And say, Mama, you're not easy. You couldn't get on my care. Where I can't care because you're not easy. I can't make it. Where them? You know what you're talking about? So, people that will say, they say, wait a minute, they're not in the community. The Lord, some of them will be paid to say, we left it. We all run for us because we voted for the government. You see, a motorcycle knew that Braga is a born role and a criminal environment, which you still not going to support him. You're not going to.
Choko just slip off. I don't know if he was the one before someone said, "Oh, we got him." Yeah, Choko slip off. I was not the reason why Choko left the show. So again, I'd like to say good evening to everyone, and welcome to the round table. So we open Chokon, you can join us. Let me see if I can get Chokon the link again. Yeah, but you listen to Chokon. Madam Julie P. While I like to say good evening to you. And great for you always on this show. Yeah. Madam Julie P. While my Christmas. Yeah, Chokon is back. So Chokon, hello. Are you there? Yeah, Chokon is there. Let me get you on the show. Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, so a lot of the motorcyclists supported President Riker, and this is something factual that had come on with a lot of these guys who are supporting President campaign, right? And that President Riker is the best for the country. They made a great mistake by electing former President George Weah. Do you think that was a mistake from the motorcyclists? Vice President Jeremiah Kung, even on motorcycle.
Come again?
I said a lot of the motorcyclists supported President Braga during his election. Do you think it was a mistake from their part, or what do you think was the problem?
So, I don't want to say, I don't want to say it, but there are a lot of motorcyclists that are regretting today because the thing is that common person where what is true, what is true, yeah, we never had a job wishing, company wishing, right? One of the very important things we get freedom, right? But the motorcycle today are regretting voting for Joe Walker because their freedom, my man. Even you not get food to eat when you get freedom of cheese, it's better. Some kind of way all go back. When you get freedom, you can move anywhere, you can get a little motorbike, you can go, I mean, you hustle. It's better than to be in a bondage, in a cage. So there are a lot of the motorcycles that are regretting because if a job back for them to register their back, they register their back. So then when they register their back, draw for the believing that chief, who can support the government, we for the government to power when the government to register and I could register the back. Guess what? After the government collecting our money, the government deny access to it. Look, they never won, motorcycle will never ever come. They can never ever forget. So there are a lot of our friends that are regretting today because even if you will take anything to take our freedom, that freedom that we had under president, we are look, Unity Party will never ever be forgiven for that.
Do you
This
think?
president and the Unity Party.
Do you think the United Party is always against motorcyclists flying the street? We saw a similar situation when we had former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf ruling Liberia.
So I think that the return of the Unity Party is sufficient ground for me and the rest of the motorcyclists to believe that these guys really hit us. They really hit us. These were the same people. It was the same government, the Unity Party government, the same more than 500 motorcycles saw in the name of motorcycle registration. At the time, they had AB Commander as the deputy police director for operation. He arrested our people, put them in truck and dumped them and saw beat. Some of them died there. The very United Party. Some of them died in South Beach. I'm not talking about a bar not carry them like the way bar not carry a people to South Beach now. I'm talking about the police, the government that arrested our people and carried them South Beach. Them. Some of them lost everything they had. Some of them lost their life. So the government ready to take motorcyclists. I can say that for a fact because they have a track record. They have a track record. Then imagine brother that could not pay own hospital bill, mobile post, whether he pay hospital bill, he pay hospital bill, to make sure that Joe Baga become president. They support that they put a good gas in the mobile. You go rehab so money. You don't even a Baga how they pay go to see mobile, the children waiting there because Joe Baga will gain a job. Because many other want to ride back. Because my Joe, there are many other riding back. We won't ride motorbike. So when Joe Baga talk about jobs, when Joe Baga talk about bringing company, many motorcycles say, come on. We are that one way too because we tired riding motorbike. You saw that running to him. Uneto can prove himself as a real saloon mafia a role. I mean, the motorcycles are regretting their action today.
How many
he lied to them.
Choko, how many motorcyclists are we expected to see tomorrow out there protesting?
So as I talk to you, we already have some of the motorcycles. We are already here. As I talk to you, we are sleeping on camp. I think this will be the first protest where people will be sleeping, and to a specific location, to oh yeah, we came in because for the first thing, some of the things that motivated us is for Jeremiah Pia to say that the executive manager and I put that when they see Jeremiah Pia when the executive manager put that in for job, they put it down when he went and the executive manager to go put that for job. He telling us that the executive manager not put that ground. That will be put that. In fact, it will be living place. It will not be put that ground, but it will be living place. The best thing the police can do is to create corridors so the court.
Y'all penetrate the police? Will you guys be able to penetrate the police?
No, and now about penetrating the police will protect us. They get no other option. Even the only country will defend ourselves. They must open corridor for all the pretend our petition to Joe Baga. The best thing they can do is to provide protection for Joe Baga to come and receive our petition. You see, when that brother for one group of people. Look, all the small children there, those class 45 for the stage in using those children, their family in the community will off. When I say with them, let me say this. That I think I can say some people can be panicking and they can get afraid. I will say on your show, motorcyclists are the most informed people in this country. We know everybody. We know your cook. We know your driver. We know where you live in. We know your girlfriend home because we have direct access to the property. So the police you find all around, to be around. You see that wait a minute, that police can hold everybody. Even if Joe Baga open a yard, all your official name of count, they can't stay there. They are in a community with us. So if we go for the point to know, and somebody will see a army when you see me running, and I'm running to go for the corner. When I'm coming back in the community, they even know what's up. Because their feelings are in the community. So No, all the things they be doing now, fear that it. Because they have the same in the community.
I don't know what's happening to Trocon's phone, but again, this is the roundtable, and we are basically here talking more about these situations. Uh, let's allow Trocon to leave. I don't know what's happening to us. Yeah, Trocon had to leave. So again, you listen to Trocon and you listen to everything he said about the situation, with the protest on tomorrow. We hoping to be able to bring you full coverage of everything that will be happening. Madam Julie Piwala, Merry Christmas to all of our followers tonight. And Madam Julie Piwala, yeah, love for the Christmas or got ready to get on Christmas. So let me just say a few things and we can call it a day. Mr. Abu is unable to be here. We hoping to have Mr. Abu back ready to talk about. I would love to have Mr. Abu tonight because the police is saying that the grounds of the executive marshal is not available for protests, and these guys are insisting that they will have to carry on this protest on tomorrow. Right? We understand that even me, if I plan anything. So let me bring the release quick from the police stands. This is from the police, right? Stan is not from the police, but rather from Stan. Stan and the December 17 protest coalition categorically rejects the Liberia National Police claim that the executive marshal grounds are not designed for protest. Their assertion is historically dishonest, legally baseless, and politically selective, and constitutes a direct insult to constitutional democracy in a rejected is and it is rejected in its eternity. It is both shameful and hypocritical that the same executive marshal grants freely used for protest was somber in 2019 and 2020 by those now into power are today being falsely declared off limits simply because citizens are again demanding accountability. This disgraceful reversal has to do with law or public order. It is pure fear of the people. To emphasize that constitutional rights do not expire, relocate, or disappear when political power changes hands. What was lawful yesterday cannot become lawful today by convenience or command. Peaceful assembly at or near the state of government is globally recognized democratic norm. Accordingly, stand with Sambor peacefully, lawfully, and resolutely at the executive mansion, just as others before us did, without violence, without provocation, and without fear. On public safety and festive season exercise, invoking Christmas to suppress or postpone a protest, a peaceful protest, is dangerous and unacceptable. Millions of Liberians are entering the so-called festive season hungry, unemployed, dispossessed, and brutalized by state actors. There is nothing festive about poverty, police abuse, land grabs, corruption, and impunity. Christmas is being weaponized as a cover to silence suffering while privilege lead fest in excess. The Constitution recognizes no holiday suspension of freedom. If the Liberia National Police is genuinely concerned about public safety, it must clearly and publicly commit to no use of exercise for force, no deployment of tear gas or live ammunition, no intimidation, harassment, or arbitrary assets or peaceful protests. Silence on these matters is not naturally or neutrally, but complicated, warning against intimidation. STEM will not submit overt threats, disguise or disguise as professionals. Reminder: any attempt to suppress, disrupt, or violently confront peaceful protesters will rest squarely and permanently on the shoulders of those who issue such orders. History is ambiguous government that turns state security against peaceful citizens always fail, and the consequence follow the perpetrators, not the people. Our position is final. December 17, lead or leave. Peaceful protests will proceed as planned. It will be peaceful, it will be orderly, it will be constitutional, and it will never submit to police intimidation or altercation, altercate pressure. Liberia belongs to its people, not to uniforms, officers, or temporary occupants of power. Tomorrow, we march to the mansion, unstoppable, signed Mobake Molu Jr., Chairman Stan. We, the people movement, enough is enough. Lead or leave. So, as we got Gray on, we basically talk about these things, right? And tomorrow again, we'll be there to give you full coverage. We Stevie will be there to give you full coverage of these kind of situations, and we hope that the protest can be as peaceful as it should be, and let's see how it goes. Uh, Madam Piwala said there is noise in the background. It's in my background. Gray had a lot of noise in his background. I don't know if it's my background or Gray background, but he had a lot of noise in his background. And I needed him to come on and talk about tomorrow's protest. So thank you, Madam Piwala, for usually following this show and always here. My Christmas on yo, please send my Christmas. Just text me and say, Will, yeah, Christmas, and I'll show you where to get it. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. My name is William McGill. We talk on Thursday, Christmas Day. Christmas, they won't pack, let him. Thank you, guys, for coming.